Hello, 7C and 7G. This is Mr. Hinchliffe speaking, and I'm doing this video just for you guys today. Just quickly talk you through the feedback session for the assessment that you did before half term. And I'm just combining the two of you together because it just makes it a bit easier. So on Monday, you will be both assigned this form, which will be due for the Friday. So you'll have 5 days to do it, the week to do it. And I'm just going to talk you through the main things you have to do here. The video will appear in this section here when you open up this form. This is if you're on a computer. Obviously, if you're on a mobile device, it will come here as well. And once you watch this video, which is the first thing you have to do, just give it a rating for how clear the video was. So you have to do that. That's a required field. So once you've done that, just click on to next. And the first thing you're going to do is, again, just in that, to get into the good habit, is just another little low stakes quiz. This one's only 5 questions long, and it's some similar answers questions that you answered before half term as well. So just go through those questions. It's obviously a required field. I have to do a required field, so I'm just going to select the first answer. You'll obviously take some time to make sure you get the correct answer here. Right, okay, go on to next. So you were asked to answer this question: how did the Renaissance era change Britain? And this was given to you in the assessment lesson and the pre-assessment lesson, which is the milestone sheet, which you are getting familiar with now, the orange one. And I just want to make sure you do look at this because you have been given a Key Stage 3 level that has been returned to you via forms. So do have a look. And here you can see, the reason why you've got that level, so I can show you there. So if you got excelling, you produced petal paragraphs, you followed that structure, you included multiple pieces of evidence, you consistently linked the question, you're explaining how that evidence explained why the Renaissance era changed Britain. You were using factors as well. That was a strength of a lot of you, actually, was using historical factors like culture, religion. So do have a look through and to see what the reason why I gave you your level. And again, just when you do your feedback, it is important to follow the petal structure. This is the structure you're going to be always following in history lessons, all the way up to GCSE if you take history GCSE. So making sure you use these sentence starters at the beginning of your answers always. So the main point, the main reason, similar to the link, using the sentence starters, for example, and then the key part here, the explanation. This meant that, and as a result. Okay, so this is the main thing you have to do then. So I'm just going to explain exactly what you have to do. The first thing you will do is obviously you'll watch this instructional video, and I'm going to show you how to access the feedback document. So you've been sent a what went well and even better if on forms. That's been returned to you and a score, but this document's actually going to show you exactly what you need to do. So each class, 7C here and 7G, have a separate link to the SharePoint. Now, when you select this link, it will take you to your class feedback sheet, and it's the sheet that you're familiar with. So I'm going to open up both of them here. Okay, so this is the one for 7C. Okay, so you've got the overall feedback sheet here that we know. Then what you've got is the actual task that you have to do. And you've got a knowledge grid as well here to help you explain exactly what you need to do as well. So, and the same exactly for 7G. You're familiar with this big feedback sheet, the specific task that you have to do, and a knowledge grid to help you as well, which I'll explain in a bit more detail in a sec. So obviously look at praise. So LOCs will go out, make sure you put your credits in, and you have your directed improvement task for each of you. So rewrite your first sentence to include historical factor, more factual evidence, explanation, and a link. You've got the main areas to improve, and we'll look at the model paragraph as well. We'll look at that in a sec. So then what you need to do is, for the class, search for your name. Okay, so Amelia P, for example, needs to link how the translation of the Bible led to religious conflict in Britain. That is the task that Amelia will do. So when Amelia uses the form, she will write that answer in here and then submit. Okay, so it's really important that whatever your feedback task is, you write it in here. Okay, should take about 10 to 15 minutes if you do this properly. Looking back, so if Amelia wanted a little bit of help, she could use the knowledge grid. So here are the 4 main features that we looked at of the Renaissance: culture, religion, age of discovery, and then the Black Tudors. So you could then look at a different piece of evidence to help you add to do your feedback. So if you have to add more factual evidence, that's your task based on the Black Tudors or religion, you can use this. So you can just copy and paste, copy that, and then you can paste it into your answer as well. Okay, so that should be quite clear. Some of you will see the task use the gap fill paragraph. That has been attached to you on the form that is here. Please use this. Again, look, you can copy and paste that into the main box. Yeah, and then just delete the lines and add in the right words. So some of you just wrote very little. I've asked you to do that paragraph, so I expect to see that paragraph done. You can just copy and paste that in or write it in manually yourself. So let's just have a look at the 2 model paragraphs just to explain why these were so good. So this one here is Amelia P. This is her model paragraph. And the reason why it was so good is it's so well structured. So here, look. A reason why the Renaissance changed Britain was because of the changes in culture, education, and architecture. So clear point, historical factors. There's some really good evidence. Shakespeare's plays, influenced by Italian literature, changed Britain, British theatre. Then the printing press, which then allowed Tyndale to translate. She then also talks about William Harvey discovering blood circulation because education was improving. And look here, good explanation. As a result, culture continued to change Britain. Therefore, that's really good analysis. So Amelia got an LOC for this because it's an excellent answer. If we just look at 7G, and you can see this is quite a big paragraph, and this is Oscar. And this paragraph was fantastic, and I thought about removing some of it, but then I just kind of thought all of this was brilliant, so I wanted to keep all of it. Now, I'm not going to go through all of Oscar's paragraph, but it is just littered with factual evidence, specific factual evidence. Look, Pietro Torrigiano, the man who made the bust of Henry VII, 90% of the population were illiterate. Books were written in Latin. Architecture was improving. It was, St. Paul's Cathedral, influenced by the Duomo. There's so much here. It was a really fantastic, excellent answer. So please do read through. If you're in 7G, do read through Oscar's paragraph. It's really good. And again, just do check your specific task here as well. So that's what you have to do. So when you come to log into this form, so if you're 7C, do click this link, okay, and it will take you to the SharePoint. You should be able to access this. When you first open it up, it's going to be a bit of a mess like this. So just make sure you click this tab here, editing, and select open desktop app, open Word, and you'll get it like it is here. Yep, so then you can access that, and you've got the knowledge grid there to help you in your specific task, so you can look at that whilst completing the form at the same time. So same for 7G, just select that link, and it will bring it up. If there's any problems or you're having trouble accessing anything, please just leave a message in the Teams chat, and I'll make sure that I sort anything out for you. Okay, hope that was helpful, and look forward to seeing you in a few weeks back in school. Thanks.